whose land you are living. But as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. I would like to read it again. But if serving the Lord seems undesirable to you, then choose for yourself this day whom you will serve, whether the gods your forefathers served beyond the river, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you are living. But as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. Amen. And then verse 21. But the people said to Joshua, no, we will serve the Lord. Amen. You know, Joshua was a powerful leader. And we can even see in Numbers 14, verse 6 to 10, if you want like to go and read it at home, how Joshua was a man after, you can even say, God's heart. Amen. In everything that he did, he put God first. His predominant priority was to serve the Lord. Amen. And he was the right guy to take them to the promised land. Amen. He was the right guy because his goal and his whole being was about serving God, about doing the right thing. He was a leader in his own home because he said, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And if you check and you look at the Israelites' journey from Egypt to the promised land, so many of them died because they did not choose to follow the Lord. Amen. They found so many reasons to complain and to grumble, and only a very few of the original Israelites that left Egypt actually went through to the promised land. Amen. And you can say that in a way they were sifted, because the people that went through are those that were truly wanting to serve the Lord. Amen. Now, what we see here is that this decision and this public declaration of Joshua's not only changed one man's destiny, but it changed a nation's destiny. Amen. It changed the destiny of a people. And I can tell you that even our destiny today. Because if it wasn't turned out the way it was, we probably would not have even been here today as well. Because everything has led to where we are today. Amen. So it is important for us to take the right choice in our life, in everything that we do. Amen. Because as you can see here, Joshua's choice was to serve the Lord. Amen. And not only for himself, he wanted the whole nation to serve the Lord. He even led them to say that you can choose to follow these, and you can see the instructions in Numbers 14, 6 to 10. You see that they went into the promised land. They saw how favorable the land was. He says, oh, I will not lie to you. It is a really good land. And if we do not rebel against God, he will help us to go into that land. Amen. What is rebellion? Rebellion is when you choose not to follow God. Amen. When you turn your back on the truth and you say, no, I'm not going to serve this God of mine. Amen. You rebel against him, but not Joshua. Joshua realized that those fruits, that which was on the other side, was for him. If they only served the Lord. Amen. If they chose to serve the Lord. But it was also clear, and also God is clear, that he doesn't force his choice on anyone. We can choose. It is our choice. Amen. To serve the Lord or not to serve the Lord. It is our choice. God doesn't force it on you. Amen. There are many choices that we make every single day. Some of them are huge choices, and some of them are just ordinary choices. But choices is what our whole day consists of. Things that we have to choose, amen? And today, even today, we can choose whether we want to serve those false gods or whether we want to serve the Lord, amen? And we do have false gods that we serve, amen? They're not idols that stand in a room in your house, in some corner, looking like an idol, that you can identify this is an idol. But so many things have creeped into our society that we serve that are actually false gods. Amen? I don't know if you've heard of the New Age movement, but I'm sure you have. And it is about so many religions in the whole entire world, and everybody has his own thought pattern and his own way of doing things. And as a society, without even realizing, we take on those philosophies in our lives. Amen? We take them on. For example, the whole entire meditation and all these things, they come from the East, and we start to take them on in our lifestyle, and we accept them as part of us. But God says that we need to purely serve Him. We need to purely hold on to His word and to what He has instructed us. Amen? And to follow Him with all our heart. Other choices determine the character, the direction, destiny, and eternity of your life. Can you imagine that? Your character gets formed out of the choices you take. So many times we have to go through a fire, but some of us choose not to go through that fire. Amen? And as a result, our character suffers. And I don't know whether you found yourself in the position in your life where you find you seem to keep on getting back at the same place. You're in a job, and before you know it, you have a problem with your boss. Or you're in a place where you stay and you keep on having problems with the people you stay with. Or maybe you had these things in your past, amen? Or you're in a marriage and you find that you all of a sudden have problems with your partner. The partner's the problem, amen? Not you, the partner, okay? And this is how God keeps on bringing us back to point 1. We can only get to point 2 if we go through that fire, amen? And some of us don't want to go through it, so we go okay, just wait, round the fire there. Before you find yourself, you're back here, in front of the fire again, just like Jonah. Before you find yourself, back there. And some of us waste so much time in our lives trying to skip the fire, amen? Bad things aren't always bad. They're there to also make us stronger. I want you to just say that to your neighbor. Bad things aren't always bad. They're there to make us stronger. Amen? I don't know about you, but I've been through the fire quite a few times in my life. And I've also skipped the fire sometimes in my life. Amen? Trying to escape it. And it feels easy and it feels good. But you find yourself back in place number 1. Amen? And unless you go through it, you will not grow as a person. And you will not reach your destiny. Amen? We need to go through the things that God puts in front of us. And that includes even in church. Amen? You can be in a church where you feel like, I don't like it here. Or you can be in a department you feel like, I don't like these people. This sister here, this brother, I get so angry, amen? But God has put them there in your life to challenge you, to build your character. Your husband, your wife is there to build your character, amen?